I think it worked.
It did. We are on YouTube.
Got it. Hey, welcome to Squatch Talks Podcast live stream.
Live stream right there on YouTube yet.
Hey, we're trying something different this week because our plans kind of got a little changed due to circumstances beyond our control.
Right.
Turns out it's for the best anyhow. Looking outside, the weather really wouldn't have been too conducive to doing a dogman investigation, right, Nathan?
No, it is absolutely terrible up here right now. It's really windy and I just really woke up probably around 2. So I slept since, Friday afternoon. So
well, hey, you weren't feeling well, so that's what your body needed, right?
Right.
And I'm glad you're feeling better and able to join us tonight.
Yeah.
Heather and I are happy to be here, and I know you have a special guest sitting beside you. Would you like to introduce them?
The beautiful Krystal.
Otherwise known as Bait.
Otherwise known as Bait, yes, in smaller circles, yes.
You may recall Krystal from certain episodes.
There's a picture floating around out there with her wearing it's a you remember the Flintstones? They had the water buffalo, and there was a blue helmet with the
Dak.
Yeah. She was wearing one from Mike Collier had one. It's the same thing, but it has deer antlers coming out of it. It says BFRO in the front.
Oh, cool.
I remember that picture.
I gotta find that picture and send it to you.
It was so heavy.
Well, you were so little.
I was, yeah.
I can always edit this if I feel like it and put it on our channel as another episode.
Yeah.
And hey, use that as the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Technical term.
I got plenty of pictures of Krystal.
Yeah, but not with the buffalo head. Hey, so I don't know. I'm not looking at the fancy thinking box here. I don't know if anybody's tuned in yet to check us out, but I just posted on our Squatch Talks Facebook page that we were going live in a few. Hopefully that'll get out. But first, I want to thank our sponsors at Black Rifle Coffee Company. We're enjoying Nathan's personal favorite, the mocha, this evening.
That's a quality pep me up right there.
Figured we'd get a little extra energy to get through this.
I'm gonna
see you. You look so pretty. Thank you.
And thank you, Heather. I don't know if anybody saw the little short we produced the other day, but thank you, Heather, for the new 12-inch ring light, which I hope is improving our glow this evening.
Oh, yes, looks much better.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know how much I was struggling with the old one. So.
Yes. You're struggling with your microphone tonight, too.
Are we?
You are.
Yes. Wonder why that is.
I don't know.
Is it coming through splotchy or?
You went real high, real loud there for a couple seconds, twice.
Yeah.
Okay, it's working on my end.
Yeah, well.
Anyhow, I'll just sit back here. I won't move as much. How's that?
Yeah, stop touching that wire, Heather.
Don't touch the wire, Heather. I did that last.
Sorry, I'm not contagious.
Nobody move. I'll edit that.
Yeah, I'll edit the live stream.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about live. You don't have those second chances. It's all, it's
out there. What's out there?
What's out there. But no, we're happy to be here. As I was saying, we were planning on being up in Pennsylvania with Nathan and his family this weekend and a couple of other investigators doing a dogman investigation, which we will be getting to. So stay tuned. And in its place, we decided just to jump on here just to keep in front of everybody. And thank you all for tuning in and clicking on the videos and your support over the past 10 months or so.
It's been fun.
You can tell we're pretty festive all here in our Christmas outfits. Nathan has.
I'm gonna sit up.
I've worn this one before. Our first episode, actually. I think we had the Christmas theme going on, right?
Mine's actually a giant onesie.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what hers is too.
Oh, that's awesome.
How appropriate.
I'm a girl.
Yeah, I had this onesie in Pennsylvania. So
Yeah, it came from PA.
We love PA.
Her
But,
says fa la 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 llama.
Cool.
Cute.
Very nice. Well, yeah, so actually Dan wasn't feeling good either.
No.
So, and little Squatcher, super baby,
Baby man.
Super baby man. Yeah, he has
also was
pink
not
eye.
well.
Pink
So,
eye
hey,
and a double ear infection. The poor little thing.
and decided to share it with Paw.
Yeah, kind of. Well, I don't know. Paul might have shared it first. We're not sure now.
Who the culprit is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's okay. You need to get the gunk out once in a while, I say,
That's right.
So that's what I call it, getting the gunk out. But yeah, so can you hear me? Is it coming through okay now?
It is. I'm trying to get on the live chat on YouTube.
Oh, that's right. There should be a live chat, right?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to be letting me.
No,
I don't know how this works.
Greg Sales is looking festive. I don't know why I can't see the messages. Somebody help me. I'm technologically stupid.
Oh, you got to click on live. That's why I found it.
You're in live chat.
Ha! There's a delay.
Amateurs.
Oh, yeah, there's a delay. Amateurs. Of course,
Hey.
we're amateurs.
Hey, I
Just the only
told
professional.
I don't know if you remember me mentioning Mike Rufo. Mike's been commenting on a lot of our other episodes. He's able to get on tonight, and so welcome Mike and Kathy, his lovely wife.
Oh yeah, I have a
They were
phone
yesterday,
too.
and I
Darn it.
mentioned to them we were going to be doing this. They both like to sip their coffee out of our Squatch Talks podcast mugs, so that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
My cup.
I had Dave into the shop today, and he actually got one of our Squatchaholics.
It's actually, speaking of Christmas.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't knock them down.
don't worry about it. But Eric had
Background problems.
a guy come in and he actually made him.
Oh my God! Yeah,
It's made of crystals.
Oh, that's
That is
awesome.
so pretty.
and it-
amethyst
Copper and
and
Trying to
aluminum.
keep it clean, Heather.
Yeah, there's copper and aluminum inside. I don't know if you
What'd
can
you say?
keep it clean.
Trying to keep it clean, Heather.
We're family
Watch the camera.
friendly.
Oh, sorry. Isn't that beautiful?
It's
Isn't that
very
awesome?
pretty.
And
Yeah,
That's really
I like that.
and it's just so amazing, right? How people come in and they share these types of things with me. I have all these customers that think of me when they're off out and about, and they bring me nice little, gifts, coasters, whatever, magnets. But this individual happened to have some encounters to share with me as well.
Mhm.
Oh, sweet.
So I'm talking to him like, damn, I should be interviewing you.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Hey, come back here. Let's turn on the camera, But he had a story from the Pine Barrens and one from PA, as a matter of fact. Yeah, and I have the coordinates. Wait a minute, that wasn't him. That was another guy yesterday. I get a little
Too many to
confused.
count.
It happens so often.
The man who made this, Rich,
Yeah.
he had an encounter near where Jacob and Cooper had their encounter, just a little further north. Okay.
Corroborating evidence.
Yeah, and so the guy I was talking to, actually, that's who it was. He comes in yesterday. What's today? Yeah, I was working. Okay, so yeah, he comes in yesterday, and I, ask him if I can help him with anything. Has any questions? He's like, actually, I heard you on Kerry Arnold's channel. And I'm thinking, Kerry Arnold, he recently passed away.
Oh.
He was a researcher and really great guy, but I was never on Kerry's show, right? So he starts to describe it about the power getting knocked out and, us talking with this English woman. I said, oh, you're talking about the Dixie Cryptid live stream. Nathan and I and Brian were on with Naoma Finn.
Thank you.
So he proceeds to tell me about an encounter he had when he was a young man in Pennsylvania on the Lehigh River. Him and his buddy were canoeing to the dam. Okay. And they stopped. There was a rock field on the side of the river and a fire cut that would take you a few miles through the woods to a tavern. Okay. which I don't think is open anymore. But he, I think, was looking for some firewood or something. His buddy had gone into the woods, but he had a real apprehension of going into the woods. So he was staying down by the river, and he was looking upstream towards this rock field. And he noticed that it was very bright out. The moon was really illuminating
Right.
the the ground. And so he was noticing the contrast of the boulders and the sky and everything. He said, and one of the boulders stood up. And he was like, what am I looking at?
Right.
And this was about 50 yards away. So not too far. And he says, and then it just walked straight. It was like looking at him. This was about 10 seconds of it standing there looking at him. And he could just really see the silhouette. And then it just walked into the woods. And he freaked. He did not know anything about Bigfoot, you know what I mean, at the time. He told his friend, let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
And he did not want to go back into the canoe and head upstream towards where this was. So they walked down this fire cut like 3 miles to the tavern.
Yeah.
And from there they got a ride back to their vehicle. Yeah. So this was back in the 80s. But hey, I got the exact location. I marked it on my maps.
Okay.
So
Cool.
not far from your neck of the woods.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was a really cool story. And this is things that people just share with me, like these stories I hear.
Mike Rufro wants to know, does Bigfoot ever hibernate?
Oh, well, that's a good question, but no, they don't hibernate as far as I'm aware. They are active year round, but I find activity tends to lessen in the winter months and also in the very hot summer months.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, they're very large creatures, they're conserving their caloric expenditure by not being as active in the cold weather, I would say. But there are sightings all year round.
Right.
Good question, Mike. We have anybody else watching?
There's quite a few.
Hey, welcome everybody. Thanks for
6
tuning
of
in.
us.
But hey, we're just kind of winging it tonight. Thought we would bring on Krystal to share a couple of maybe her stories she's had with us over the years. And as I mentioned earlier, she's been around for about 9 years, maybe, right?
Yeah, about 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started squatching when she was like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Exactly. And has more boots on the ground experience than most people.
In the dark.
Yeah.
After dark, right? But yeah, we bring Krystal along not only for the bait, okay, because now that you're getting bigger, you can't really be considered bait anymore. But
Yeah. It does work though.
oh, absolutely. But I'm saying, but it's also good because she has this kind of intuition,
Mhm.
So often we'll be heading down a trail or we'll be hunkered down somewhere, and Chris will be like, I don't feel good. And that kind of indicates that there might be
We all
something.
start looking around like, where is it then?
It's kind of like Tira when she gets that way or sees some, rectangular white light.
Yeah.
And then Dad's like, yeah, let's keep going.
No, Dad, this is scary.
Krystal,
Yeah, go that way then.
Yeah.
Doesn't say much about me as a father, does it?
No, because like almost all the time I'm usually crying.
Yeah. She does. I know. It's terrible.
Well, hey, it's always fun to have you and your family along for the ride, and that's the part of this thing that I like the most is the friendships we've developed over the years. So, did you have any particular story that you'd like to share with us this evening?
The one that I can like remember the most vividly was actually at one of your expeditions. My bad.
Okay.
We were doing like I think the Pied Piper thing. And we chose to like all hunker down.
No.
Yeah. We like sat behind a like fallen tree.
This was North Jersey. Yeah, this was up in North Jersey.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think Heather was sitting in a row with me and Mom as well.
Esteban was there, wasn't he?
Yeah. He was sleeping on the tree.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, like me, Heather, and Mom were all sitting with our backs towards like just the open woods. We weren't behind the tree. And like we were sitting there in the quiet for so long. And then there's no like leaf crunchings or anything like that, but I felt something just poke my side, and I like immediately like froze up and like grabbed my side because there was nothing there.
No.
I just got poked.
Whoa. So that's more paranormal, I would
Yeah.
say, right?
Yeah. But it
Yeah.
was like a bony finger. Like,
Yeah, I could
poke.
like feel it.
Yeah.
I believe was that not down here in the Pine Barrens?
Now, you remember we were up at the North Jersey one. I remember this Pied Piper because
Yeah.
a few of us had gone to scout out the location prior to going out,
Okay.
Yeah.
and it was ideal location.
Oh
And
yeah.
we
Yeah.
had the Charlie group, which was hunkered down with the therm.
Okay, I remember now.
Yeah, I remember now too, because Heather was pissed off at me because I didn't give her a chair to sit on. I
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, and I was on.
It's not a
Nathan-
good night for me.
Thank you, Nathan. I love you. Nathan. He's always got my back.
Nathan always
He
has.
gave me one of those little like triangular chairs.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
I bought like 6 or 8 of them, and I just bring them along to every expedition. I'm like, here, have a chair.
Well,
I-
you definitely came through. Sorry. Go ahead.
I think that was the same like night that you and mom like we all heard a mouse
Mhm.
in the leaves.
Yeah. I thought it was a snake.
Yeah.
Actually, I was scared of a snake. Yeah. And then it was squeaking. I think it was behind us, and then we knew it was a mouse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad your team had some fun because I remember we had split into 3 groups, and the Alpha and the Bravo groups were doing back and forth provocations, trying to elicit some kind of response.
Mhm.
At one point we thought we heard a faint howl, I think. But aside from that, we went through all our valves, we tried everything, and I don't really think we had much of a response. But the main reason why we do this Pied Piper near base camp is in the hopes of bringing something back in.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll come back into base camp and mess with us there. But yeah, I remember being out there with a few newbies and a couple of repeaters. And if I recall, Mike Young was on that one, and I think we did some samurai chatter
Yeah.
on the opposite team. So we tend to do that samurai chatter as well. But yeah, that was fun. I love North Jersey. I know Larry's done the last couple up there. I haven't been up to the northern part of the state in a while. And
Yeah, that sucks too. I like going out with Larry.
yeah, well, hey, he's doing one in October,
Yeah.
and I'm doing the Pine Barrens in June, right? So we got a few people coming on that one already. In fact, I was told by Mike O'Connor, right?
Mhm.
Right. From Mike from
Kearney Cottage.
the Kearney Cottage
Got it.
episode.
Right on. Yeah.
But I was thinking of the band from Mikkel's Plot. That's what I was trying to get out. So, hey, Mike, he said he'd be tuning in. Hope you're watching and doing well. He's having another event at Kearney Cottage in the spring, right
Oh,
before the expedition. So he was hoping you and I might be able to come back and attend that one. He's got a couple of other speakers coming on, and he's promoting it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll do that again.
So I told him I'd mention it to you before I committed to anything, but yeah, he's going to come on our expedition in June too. So that'll be fun to have him back on.
Yeah, for sure.
Very cool.
Yeah. So what else is going on up in PA? Anything exciting?
No, my week started off strong, and then I just got sicker and sicker and sicker. But I'm on the upswing, so
Sounds like it.
yeah, no, it's actually good because it's all moving now.
Mhm.
I'm supposed to be at a meeting tonight, which I just feel so terrible about missing.
Oh, well,
I let him down bad. I really feel bad for Brad. I should be there for him. But I don't want to get everybody sick, you know what I mean?
No, it's not around the holidays.
you're
and-
probably being more considerate than letting anybody down, because hey,
Well, I'm hoping he takes it that way.
I would hope so, because you don't want to give them what you had. I mean, you want
Yeah.
to feel good, and then that makes them sick for the next week or two. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm not trying to go out do anything,
Right.
But
Well,
anyway,
I put a trail camera out back with some treats, and we've been getting some local woodland creatures coming to visit.
nice.
Some deer, some
A
bucks,
possum.
got a possum, a
A
fox, vulture. I mean, it's just crazy
Yeah.
how many different animals have already
Mhm.
been picked up on this thing.
When are we putting the camper in the garage?
Well, I got to get the other vehicle out first. So I got the starter ordered, and I think it came. Actually, we got to get the starter put in.
Are you still talking about putting it on the other side, like wheeling the camper in and putting it on the other side?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because
That's not gonna work out.
Yeah,
Why?
I don't think I can do that, honestly, with the
Mm-mm.
way it is.
no, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can actually. Those wheel dolly things aren't expensive.
Okay.
Jack your car up, you put it in there. We can just push the car over and just put back the camper in if the car is going to be there longer.
No, I want the car out.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, that's.
Wheel and everything else.
We could drag the car out, put the camper in, put it on two of those things, push it over,
Mm-hmm.
and then.
Or we could take the car and bring it
All right,
to the
we'll figure
dump.
that out. I don't want to waste everybody watching time about figuring
Oh
out.
yeah, that's right. We're on live. Sorry, people. My apologies. That was a
Oh,
tangent.
Bigfoot. No, I've been thinking about it though, honestly. But yeah, I have to do something with the garage soon, but
Headache too. Sorry.
that's okay. So yeah, we just basically wanted to jump on here and let everybody know that we're getting geared up and ready for the holidays. Hopefully Santa will bring us some new equipment to record.
Trying. Oh, not me.
Not you. Yeah. But what else? What else is going on? We got, like I said, the merchandise you're working on, which is awesome. Happy to have that coming into production.
Oh, Greg's asking a question. What about five fast wood knocks?
That's you, Nathan. That's your realm.
The 5 fast wood knocks.
You know, in Kentucky.
We're pissed
Don't
off.
do
at
Oh,
Bigfoot.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Yeah, she wasn't there for that one.
No, I wasn't going out.
You were still back at the campground, if
Mhm.
that's what you mean, Greg.
Right.
That was Tira that was with me on that night. You were only like 8 at that point, I think.
But you mentioned being poked in your side, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
there was an episode on Paranormal caught on camera today where a guy was walking through the woods and he was not a believer in Bigfoot or any kind of high strangeness. But he said that something put its hand on his shoulder and whispered to him.
Hmm.
And he was like, what
Mhm.
the heck's going on? You know what I mean? So it actually, he was walking and something put his hand on his shoulder and whispered in his ear. And that was his first experience with.
I actually do have a Christmas related story,
Okay,
if that's okay. All
sure.
right. So I was like 18 and I was hanging out with this guy. We were just friends, but we used to go out all the time at nighttime. We'd go out to the diners, drive around, go to graveyards. We were into ghost stuff. So we used to like investigate, take pictures of orbs, all that stuff. Well, I came home one night and we'd just gotten my cat and she was like a tiny little baby, and she's so cute. And so I was always excited to come home and, see her. And what happened to
It's
Nathan?
okay. They're just there. They are.
Yeah. Okay. So we went out to eat. I was out for a couple hours, came back. It was Christmas time. The tree was up, decorated, everything. And it was a really old Christmas tree. So it was like artificial. It was missing a lot of limbs. I've had it since I was a baby. It was that kind of thing. It was light as a feather.
Yeah.
Well, I come home and the Christmas tree is down. So I thought, oh God, here comes like a family feud. Somebody smashed something. And my mom was totally shooken up. Like she did not want to talk about it. It was the whole thing. Well, apparently she was laying on her bed with the cat. They were like sleeping and she heard something smash. Well, something picked up this light Christmas tree. If it fell over, it would have just went dink, smashed the tree. And it landed on my grandmother's ornate, like huge golden chair. And the chair was actually moved, which it was hard to move this thing to begin with.
Yeah.
And they were so upset. They were like, how did this happen? So they went to clean up like all the stuff. Well, my dad moved the chair back and he was like, what the hell could have moved this chair? Like this tree would not have done that. And it wasn't the cat. So he happened to like lift up the cushions because I guess it was like crooked. And there was broken bulb actually underneath the cushions.
Yeah. So that's just one of the stories.
So we thought, there's too much negativity in this house. We don't want, but we ended up putting the tree back up. We put whatever remaining decorations we had back on the tree because we weren't going to let this negative entity, whatever it was,
Push you around. Yeah.
right?
Right.
But that house definitely had a lot of, I would say, negative spirits. I definitely think that there were some sort of entities in that house.
Or poltergeist.
It was more like, I don't know.
How old were you?
I was 18.
It's probably poltergeist.
I don't know, but it was.
Like the young lady.
I'm telling you,
They cause it.
I have stories for days, but I wasn't even home when this happened, which I thought was interesting. Like if it was that, it was a peaceful night. My mom was sleeping. My dad was in the back on the computer. My grandma was in her room. Let her rest in peace. It wasn't like there was chaos. It was just nice and quiet. And then that happened. It was weird. Could never explain that. So that was a Christmassy type of story. So I figured.
Yeah.
That was a nice, scary Christmas story.
Scared me. I had to sleep in that house.
And
Yeah, that's cool.
Mike has a question for Krystal. Has she ever done any research on Bigfoot?
She's literally a Bigfoot researcher, so I'd say yes.
Yeah, I mean, we've been gifted so many books from people, and like when I was a kid, I was gifted like a child's book and stuff. But I've read a lot of books, and also just being in the field as much as I have, like you learn a lot of stuff just by being there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and if anybody does need a good read on the topic, I think Russ Jones's book, Appalachian Bigfoot, is excellent. Right.
Yeah.
And we had Charles Kimbrough on. He has Squatching 101.
Appalachian Bigfoot.
Appalachian Bigfoot.
It's a good book. He has a good podcast too.
That's where I put the cue card up here now. Appalachian Bigfoot. See, that's the problem with doing the live streaming, Nathan, is that it doesn't like send
It
out
doesn't pop up when you want it to.
Well, no, it's just it doesn't show up on our video feed. It's its own separate feed. You know what I mean? So that's why I mentioned Heather and I did a quick short the other day. There's videos, there's live, there's shorts, you know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of different options.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it all out, but it takes time,
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll get some new cameras and some equipment. I've been watching some other people's shows on TV, getting some ideas of how they go about, blending everything together. And I think one thing we got to do is make sure we record all the audio separately. Having a separate audio feed. That way we can bring everything together and have other things going on and still
that's how they do it.
That's how they do it. Yeah, with an audio guy. Right?
Sure.
We're gonna have to bring in some help. So we got Josh, who is doing an internship and he wants to come on board and help us out.
Yeah, there's something about that name.
Well, no, Jacob, excuse me.
Jacob.
Josh, the other guy.
Yeah, but now there's two Joshes now too.
And
two
two Jacobs, right?
Yeah.
But Jacob number 2 is going to be the intern helping us with the filming and editing. And I'm hoping to be out. I'm going to take Art out on Monday and do some day scouting and try to convince him to help us out with a little bit of the editing stuff,
Like we always wanted him to.
Yeah. And get him involved again. But it's tough when we both have day jobs, right?
We're just fortunate that your day job is where you do your night job.
So by day, I'm a consultant and health food store guy, and by night, I'm a Bigfoot researcher. That's what I tell people when they come in for the first time. They look at me like I have 2 heads, but then they know who to come to, right? When they have some kind of activity or encounter.
That's what I always say. They're not going to be able to share it with you if they don't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, if anybody does have any questions or anything they'd like to share with us, where should they go, Nathan?
Yeah, that's the Squatch Talks podcast at gmail.com.
And we have our website, which is kind of going to be going through some construction soon at
nasbro.net.
Thank you, Heather. And so, it's a work in progress, but we're not even a year into this.
Right.
Having started back in January of 22, I think we've put together something that we can be proud of this far into it. We're consistent and we haven't given up, right?
No, just Krystal.
If anything,
And we're having fun. That's the key.
You have any other stories that you'd like to share? I know that you have a
What about
lot of experience. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just going.
sorry?
Props.
Not you, him.
Before she answers that, Heather, I'm going to just say I got my order finally.
Oh,
Okay, and this happens to be
The
the
Dixie
Dixie
Cryptid.
Cryptid.
Nice.
No, that one.
Mm.
Oh, and here's Heather's favorite bar. Whoop. The Shroot.
Fruit.
True.
Shroot. Shroot. She likes that one. And I got in some more Forest Fresh also. So if anybody's interested, they're available at Health Haven too in Medford.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're gonna have to get it set up so that people can order the shirts and the mugs and the tumblers with the leaving his footy prints right on it. We'll figure all this out. If anybody has any suggestions or ideas, we're open to listen.
Mhm.
Okay.
And what was it? Robert Belli, was it?
Yeah.
Belly? Which one was it? Belli. He needs to email us. I know he watches once in a while, so if he could email
What's Robert got?
information and a talent, then I want to.
Utilize.
Yes, well, he wanted to be a investigator as well,
Oh, okay.
and I want to bring
more.
I'm just so behind. It's ridiculous. I'm just trying to catch up, and I apologize.
No apologies necessary.
Too many plates are spinning. You know what I mean? They're starting to wobble.
You got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
no doubt.
So does
But-
Krystal have any more stories?
Krystal has tons of stories, but it's
Yeah.
some of the ones. It's like when Tira came on, she was kind of just reinforcing.
Some of the ones I already told you, unfortunately, because we're always together.
Yeah.
But Krystal has some other talents that we're going to be utilizing, right, Krystal? With not only your intuitive qualities, but you have the dowsing rods, right? That's something you've been practicing with.
Yeah.
And you were planning on joining us to do this dog man investigation, I think, right?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, her and Ange are going to run cameras.
Excellent. Excellent.
They both went to film school and are both actors. She is an actual professional actor.
We know.
Yeah.
Crap out of me.
I tell everybody. Yeah, you were there.
Asylum, yes. Penhurst Asylum.
I still managed to give her a hug.
Yes. Caught it on film, which is
We did
Taboo.
two like illegal things we could have been like kicked out for, but
I'm
I
sorry.
was just there for
it
Krystal.
was
I wanted
the
to see her.
excitement. You were great.
Yeah.
Scared me twice. Like
Yeah, I did.
popped out of the bunk bed and jumped.
She screamed at me. I screamed back at her. Right there. And then she rolled over on the other side and gave me a hug.
I thought it's funny that you're on with us now because I thought about you earlier. Heather and I went downtown to they had a Dickens festival today, which I was one of the co-founders of back in the day. And nobody remembers me, of course. But they're having the festival this evening despite the weather. So Heather wanted to go check out one of our new favorite shops with antiques, right? And they had something in there that was mermaid related. I almost got it for you, but
Yeah, but he thought
I shouldn't be talking about it because I didn't get it for you. But I thought about you.
Also, Krystal's getting really good with the tarot.
The tarot readings, yes.
Mhm.
So
Did one
hey,
today. It was great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
cool.
So next
Yeah.
time we get together, you'll have to do mine again because Krystal's the only one I've ever let do. I'm very weird about it.
Yeah.
I won't let anybody do them, but I'll let Krystal do them.
Okay. Well, hey, that's a good talent to have. Again, these are things that we blend, right, Nathan? Whatever, if it's weird, we'll go look at it. So
That's right.
Definitely.
If it's weird, we'll go look at it. That
and,
has been teabagged.
and your team's been teabagged.
We also went to this place today. It's called Mystical Blossoms. It's on Main Street in Medford. And they have like a whole wall of tarot cards. They have like almost every
All the crystals
crystal
you could ever
can
want.
think of. They have like dried flowers and
And
herbs.
herbs, yeah.
And it was just amazing. Like the energy in there. You walked in there and it was like, it just makes you feel good, you know?
Mhm.
It was awesome.
Yes, I do. I'm going to be doing a podcast with her friend Ange this week too.
Are you really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't even know what it's called though. She never told me.
I don't know for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a little more on the religion side, I think. Aliens, the religion, and stuff like that.
That's cool.
Hey, it's cool. It's
Yeah.
keeping it.
Anytime you get your face out there and
Mhm.
you know, share your knowledge or any experiences or have fun, it's
Mhm.
worth it, you know? So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got another message from
another question?
no, another message from Greg.
Okay. Well,
Oh, the big guy in the backyard.
well, yeah, that's true because really Heather and I can be out in the woods in 20 minutes, right? You know how it is here. We can be out there and enjoying a snack and hopefully they come out to hang out with us and let us know they're there, you know?
Yeah,
So
we've
it's-
literally gone to like Wawa and then drove out to the woods, whatever, sat there, ate our dinner, did a couple calls, and then just left and went home.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. I got nothing around here that good yet. Haven't found them around here.
I still say your place is squatchy. Up by you.
Well, it has its potential, I think, during times of the year, but as Nathan said, it's pretty landlocked. So.
It's beautiful up there.
So what did you think of last week's episode? I don't know. Did everybody like that with the Ong's hat thing and how I blended the audio with the
With the drone?
drone and the GoPro? Did it?
Yeah.
come out okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
It was interesting. It's neat to learn about new stuff.
for sure. I never really thought about that before, you know?
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, it gets people out in the woods though. Maybe we get more reports that way.
Absolutely.
I was just wondering why the BBC wanted to come out to investigate Ong's hat.
It's
You
just
know.
it's popular.
Yeah.
So
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia, because this was
Yeah.
the Australia BBC.
yeah.
Although the producers came out from England. I don't know how all this works, but
Yeah, they're all correlated somehow.
yeah. But hey,
That's cool though.
BBC is BBC. So it was fun. And like I said,
Rufo wants to know if we're gonna go out west anytime. We're gonna do an expedition out west anytime? West Pennsylvania?
oh, hey, I started this whole thing off in the Pacific Northwest,
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Northwest, actually. And then the next expedition I went on was in the Pacific Northwest. So, but yeah, no, I'd love to go out there with you, you know, that would be one of my dreams is to get back out to, I don't know where. British Columbia, of course, is number one, but
Yeah, I've never even thought about it, to be honest with you.
no,
Never even imagined it was in the cards for me to go over there.
well, I think it could happen. You got to manifest it, you know. But I got the spot, man. I'm telling you, I know exactly where to take you.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's changed much. It's changed owners, but the campsites are still there, and I'm sure the biggies are probably still hanging around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of
I'd
fun.
like to.
I was just showing Heather pictures of it the other day, as a matter of fact. You got the waterfalls and the, you know. Yeah, a lot of caverns. Definitely a hot spot. But
It'd be
we
fun.
don't have any plans as of yet. That's the key. I mean,
There you go. As of yet.
as of yet. The next couple of expeditions are planned, though. One in Jersey, one in Pennsylvania in the fall. All right, we got the September one planned that I'm hosting, and hopefully you'll be able to come on and help out at least and have fun.
I thought you talked Terry into helping you.
Oh, I'm counting on it. Yeah.
We make her co-organizer, and then Matt has to make her Western PA. Yes.
Yes.
I had my first Bigfoot experience there. Yes, the Chestnut Ridge. That's a good place to go.
Well, we don't give out exact location details
Oh, that's a big area.
ever before we go on these things, you know, even to the attendees.
Mhm.
I wait maybe 2 weeks beforehand, even disclosing the exact base camp location.
Mhm.
Well, to preserve the integrity, of course.
Right.
But that is one of the areas that we were thinking of investigating at some point, for sure. There's been a lot of reports that came in from that area, Chestnut Ridge, right?
Mike's brother lives in Arizona and he's wondering if there's any Bigfoot out there.
Absolutely. There is. In fact, there's an Arizona expedition that's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, Larry and Charles are scouting for the West Virginia that we were going to go to, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't.
Hey, That's cool. I think they're gonna have a great time. I mean, there's a lot of activity there again with the caves and the cave systems that they have there. It's rugged terrain. And we'll get there one day.
Yeah.
I definitely plan on getting down there with you. Heather would love to go down to West Virginia.
Virginia.
And I have a friend who has a campground in West Virginia.
Oh, very good.
Holly. Camp Holly, that's actually called. His name is, and he's invited us down. He actually had a Bigfoot living on his property when he first bought the property.
Nice. Maybe we can bring him back.
Who knows? But he's done a lot of work on this campsite and he's turned it into something. So, and they have a little organic farm and they did some organic CBD growing and stuff. So pretty interesting guy, you know? So yeah, we hear all kinds of stuff from that area and I'd love to get down there with you one day.
Yeah.
Soon, hopefully.
Just working on getting outside the house again.
We're having difficulty just hooking up in Pennsylvania. So.
Yeah.
No, we'll get there.
You know,
Just it's a crappy time of year to try to do anything.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like the time of year where people would think, oh, it's going to be snowing. You get out, you can find footprints, right, in the snow. These guys are not stupid. They purposely don't leave footprints, you know.
Right.
And you know, you hear these stories, right? People have asked me a number of times, why is it we hear reports where the people are following a track line, and then all of a sudden they disappear, right? That's when they're coming up with these interdimensional and these portals and the UFO, right? Well, my simple explanation why that happens is because they can leap 25, 30 feet easy. And if they decide that they don't want to leave any prints, they can just simply leap to a tree 30 feet away. And how are you going to know that the footprints continue at that point? So this is a theory I'm going to test out this winter time.
Yeah, I've looked already. I've walked around and looked for them. I don't know if they jump tree to tree and to get away from them or not.
That could
also people think they back out of them too, like step backwards.
Maybe they watched The Shining. I don't know. Hey, and another thing I know Matt was talking about on one of the recent posts was about people who have cabins, right, out in the woods. If they have like a big flat screen TV and they play cartoons, Tom and Jerry, right, which is kind of like that universal thing. You don't have to understand language for that, right? Scenario that it's possible you might get a peeker, you know? Yes.
Tom and Jerry, though, you want to play something that violent?
What do you got, Heather?
Patty says you guys need to go to Tennessee with her because activities going on some private land.
Yeah, I know. And I have an LDR in production for that right now.
Awesome.
Nice.
So we have to actually hand deliver it to Tennessee. So that is the plan.
Cool.
Well, let me know when I need to take off from work and I can try to make that happen.
Yes, I have the address. So.
Oh, thanks, Patty.
Oh, no, I got that right from Tony.
Oh, okay. I wasn't naming any names, but sorry, Patty and Tony both said they'd like to come to Jersey. I don't know if they'll be coming and joining us in PA as well, but hopefully. But yeah, it's awesome to know that there's private land. That's one of the things we're going to be utilizing on the Jersey expedition, of course.
Yeah.
New untapped resources. So that's going to be awesome. Yeah. So, hey, just again, want to thank our friends at Yeti Bars, right? YetiBars.net.
Yeah.
Our other sponsors.
Honey, I didn't finish what I was. I already did Black Rifle.
Don't touch the cord or the coffee.
Bars.net, and don't forget to use code STP10 at
You get
checkout.
your 10% off.
Oh,
And it's $75. You get free shipping. But right now, it might be different.
I don't know if the fall sale is still going on, but they probably will have a holiday sale. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can promote the sorry.
Fine.
Get mad at me when I do that to her. I'm sorry.
I don't
do whatever you want.
Might have a good time.
Here, have some Black Rifle. She likes the mochas too.
I do. I really do. And you know what? I'm immune to coffee, so they don't hype me up. Like I can drink one right before bed and be able to sleep like a baby.
Amazing. But hey, I'm happy that we were able to come on at least, and you're feeling better, right?
I am better. It's I'm on the downhill right now. It's about time for bed. So
Okay, that's about right.
everything's
I want
about
to point out we got our friend Squatchy here with his hat
Oh,
on and some lights around his neck, so he's all festive.
Festive
Stocking is hung
by the chimney with care.
with care.
I
And of
see
course,
that.
behind us, behind lovely Heather, is some assortment of the shirts. Which
Merchandise hung with care.
one of the Squatchaholics went today to Dave. Wear it in good health. Thank you. And Nathan, you keep making some more, and I'll keep drinking some Black Rifle.
Thanks
Yeah.
for having me on, and Krystal.
Yeah. Thanks for the story there, Krystal.
Crystal,
It,
Always-
it was
always-
last minute notice.
absolutely. Like I said,
Anytime.
we were supposed to be
Yeah.
going live tonight, but from the field,
Mhm.
right? And like being scared and
Yeah.
having around us and having like, howling
Dog
going on in
man.
the back, you know what I mean? So I think it's best though we postponed it because we've been talking about having Dan join us on this investigation. It wouldn't have been fair to go ahead and move forward without him.
Mm-mm.
And the weather wasn't really, cooperating. So
I like this
Right.
one.
you like that one? Which
Mhm.
one's that? Oh, the Dixie Cryptid. Well, guess what I'll be wearing next. But hey, thanks everybody for your support and for liking and sharing and
Subscribe.
Subscribing. That's right.
But hey, last minute or not, we always enjoy getting together and sharing our thoughts and encounters and stories with you. And yeah, we're going to keep doing this, and hopefully we'll have some more people on with some exciting stories. Joe B, who was on our
Mhm.
Kearney Cottage episode, he's right now in Hawaii on vacation with his wife.
Oh,
Posting all
nice.
kinds of lovely pictures from Hawaii.
Very
and
good.
There's no cryptids there, though. I think there's only one, maybe the little, what do they call
Yeah, they
them?
get them little I don't know what they got. Little
Yeah.
spears or something. I forget.
Right? But no Bigfoot. That's the only
I
one.
wouldn't mind going to look for them.
No, me neither.
Yeah, it'll be fun, huh? Heather wants to go to Hawaii.
Mhm.
We'll
It'd
see.
be nice to go look for something where it's not cold.
True. Well, and that's why, Florida, Skunk Ape, Georgia.
Snakes.
We did do some research down in Florida.
We did, yeah.
I was scared because there's wild boars down there,
Oh
and
yeah.
alligators. I'm like, I don't think this appeals.
Yeah, but the weather's a lot hotter and warmer, but sometimes too hot. So there's the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah, but the hornets down there are like bigger than my face.
Well, that's the goal, honey. We go down into Florida in the wintertime and squatch down there and then come back up to the Northeast and
Squatch birds.
squatch birds. So, and we got the
All right.
coffee coming out soon from Lakes Coffee in Medford Lakes.
Oh, that's right.
And we're gonna have a brew called I'm Squatching Brew.
Should keep us up all night.
I'm Squatching Brew.
No way. That's really what you called it.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah.
that good?
I like it.
I like it. Now that I've said it into the universe, though, of course, I better hurry up and make sure they put it together.
That's
But,
right.
you came up with some new things also, so we got some things happening, some fun
Yeah.
stuff. So stay tuned.
That's right.
And
Thanks everybody for watching.
this is kind of our pre-Christmas kickoff episode. So
Yeah. Hopefully we get some
like
good
this every
presents.
time.
I wear this every day. What do you mean?
Hey, thanks for squatching.
I gotta click this button here.
Yeah.
Yeah.